So we're going to have some fun tonight. And I love this like Bob Barker-esque mic right here. It's like small but like gets the job done. That's what she said. But she's an audio technician. Change your perspective. We're gonna have fun. Jennifer Fallu has a poem entitled 10 Things I Want to Say to a Black Man. This ain't that poem. This is 10 things I want to say to a black nerd. 1, it's so hard being a black nerd. 2, the books you love don't have many heroes or villains that look like you. It's not the color, but the content of the characters that keep you reading. 3, you thank God for Donald Glover and his songs as Childish Gambino. Listening to him is like having Nikola Tesla sitting shotgun in the DeLorean while doing pie. Sorry, donuts and a GameStop parking lot. Top down as Tesla says, is that the new Neil deGrasse Tyson mixtape? Homie, turn that shit up. 4, Batman's superpower is white privilege. That has nothing to do with the rest of this poem. I just felt it really needed to be said. 5, there's nothing more beautiful than a black nerd girl. Anytime you see proof that they exist, it makes you dance revolutions around your heart. If she has natural hair and wants to converse about Converse, plus 25 skill points. If she talks trash whenever she beats your ass in Mario Kart, plus 25 damage points. If she fucks with Steven Universe and got excited that Beyonce is having twins, there's no calculation for how sexy that is. 6, when you get the girl, you'll remember every detail, like how the paint on her nails chips into isolated islands. When you get the boy, you'll reminisce on how he made Oblivious look like the new Abstinence. When you have each other, you recall the memory as an 8-bit adventure. Call it old school, call it classic, whatever symbolizes that the moment was an arcade high score you both achieved together. 7, motherfuckers. Your most hood moment was on Game of Thrones when they killed Ned Stark. Even as I say it now, inside you're saying to yourself, they killed my nigga Ned, son! They killed my nigga Ned. For those of you that don't know, for nerds, Ned Stark's death is equivalent to when hip-hop heads lost Biggie Smalls. Or when Friends went off the air for white people. 8. Your black friends say, hand over your black card because you never watched The Wire. Your white friends think that having watched The Wire, it's okay for them to say they're blacker than you are. So, nerd is a new black because everybody want to be a nerd, but don't nobody want to be a nerd. 9. A nerd off is the closest you will ever come to freestyle battle rapping. Accept that. It occurs whenever someone corrects you on a topic obnoxiously. Should you choose to engage in this battle royale of facts, your retort should always sound something like this. Actually, if we're going to keep it 100, Blade is the series that kicked off all this comic book movie shit for everybody. And once you see that look of, oh, he about to murder me, on their face, you Highlander them with a stare that says, you gonna get this work because I'm a grade school graduate with a master's in the universe, and you ain't bout this life, B10. It's so hard being a black nerd, slinging 6-sided die on the block, keeping it retro when you pop out the Nintendo 64 like a 6'4" Impala, all black, everything, because that's what you've always been. Everything, from Chuck Taylors to lightsabers. From press start to game over. All my poems end with body rolls now. I don't know if you were made aware, but is that what you call that? It is. Woo. Oh, I'd like to thank the people joining us on the live stream that you stopped writing your fan fiction to be here. Get back to that shit, all right? I ship it. This is me. All right. At an open casting call for background hobbits in the movie The Hobbit, an Indian woman showed up and was told, no, you can't be in this movie because you're too brown to be a hobbit. From comedian Wyatt Cenac. Meanwhile, in Middle Earth, me and my niggas tying bandanas around the horns of our unicorns. There's a horde of macro-aggressions headed toward us, and we ready to ride out, because I'll be goddamned if they gentrify our homeland. That plus 999 phantom armor on my chest dripping candy paint. Got this shit looking like Black Death excellence. Got this shit looking like what dragon gon' smite me? I'm thinking no white privilege conjured against me shall prosper, but if it does, they'll have to roll with the die. They'll have to roll the die with the steel piece on my side, an obsidian blade on my hip called Perfect Dark. Given to me by the lady Yonsei of the lake, she said, it's dangerous to go and be black boy alone. Take this, right before she black girl magicked a sword, a peak blackness onto the kid. When it leaves the sheath, all you hear is, oh shit. With each swing and battle, you can hear it sing the names of all my lost kin. Sounds like thousands of black bodies calling for the blood or whatever false god these sorcerers of love and light scapegoat their actions behind. Whatever false god deemed white magic the privilege to the right of being right. You guys look concerned a little bit. This is not a call for the race war or anything like that. Like, just a poem like World of Warcraft style. Like, you're safe here. It's okay. It's okay, America. The readers of this should know this is totally a metaphor for the race wars. That is in fact coming. And I roll with a squad of Southside sages that rock their wizard hats cocked to the side like fitty caps. Elder scrolls taped across the waist. Spells tatted on their neck. Down for a flyby, riding on a griffin with that rosewood wood wand locked and loaded with a banana clip full of mana in the chamber, shouting Southside Hufflepuff till I die. We're products of our environment. None of us sure we live to see 21,000 years of age. I buried a brother in arms last night. Her body, a pine box wrapped gift back to the earth. Her spear, still chest deep through a cyclops that bit off more than he could fuck with. But that shit, that won't make the front page of your local fiction novel because they want to say we don't belong here. As if we didn't exist in this time. As if we ain't from the same Middle Earth. Where my mother's mother fought dire wolves, giants, and kings drunk off their own manifest destiny to keep this piece of earth and her family for 5 millennia. So I'll be damned if we give home up. Be damned if our banner comes down. Be damned if I come back on my shield without a fistful of crowns to show for it, because once we're done with this horde, the Lord of the Rings gonna run the jewels. And they'll probably send some systemic oppressions. But we'll still be here on our piece of earth, from the same Middle Earth, drunk off our own divinity. You get the body roll when you deserve the body roll. Oh, man. I was doing push-ups before I came here. I hope it. No, the laughter didn't help. Thank you. Like, no, it didn't work. It didn't. Maybe you should do some fucking more, dude. Get back to the poems. All right, I will. Oh, there's no smooth jazz way to introduce to like the next poem, so I'm just gonna. Why is it smooth jazz? It's just fucking jazz, man. When you start fucking classic jazz, smooth. No, don't give me elevator fucking music. Just give me the fucking jazz, man. That has nothing to do with this poem, but let's just get to this shit. After being dumped on New Year's Day, which is 2 weeks before my birthday. Yeah, just in the poem right there. I'm in my room processing this and pouting. The key word here is pouting. When my mother walks by, opens the door and says, "Oh, God." If you're gonna cry over a girl, at least cry over a girl with her own hair. Slam! To which I replied, "I'm not crying, you're crying. Shut up." I believe what we had was magic till Mom teaches me to spot the sleight of hand. Mahogany Brown often praises black girl magic. Magic is defined as an extraordinary power, seemingly from a supernatural source. I watched Girl, made of California love, tend to her hair-like garden, unwrap strands of silk scarf cocoon that bloom curl-shaped petals, waters each with their own concoction made from lemon juice, avocado, shea butter, and coconut oil. I feel like I'm watching an alchemist convert wool into golden fleece. I ask, does this ritual ever make you feel like a wizard? She says, muggles wouldn't understand this magic. I see no illusion in her art. The closest I've come to understanding black girl magic is in the story of Henrietta Lacks, a black woman that had cells from her cervical cancer unknowingly donated to science. It is discovered these cells can be kept alive and grow. Now, a black woman living after her death, becoming the blueprint for cures after her death. What could be more magic than that? What could be more supernatural source than that? They become known as the immortal cell line. Her name, race, and family aren't afforded the same luxury. Notice, but in the name of science, history will say donated when they mean taken. History will say cultivated when they mean stolen. History will say discovered when they mean look at what we own now. By all rights, this should mean that black girls can be defined as a supernatural source from which extraordinary power is constantly being derived from. I know this to be no sleight of hand. When moments after my mother became past tense, I sat with my head on her deathbed, apologizing for not being there. I'm sorry became my mantra. I'm sorry became my incantation, my last ingredient to a spell I wanted to believe would bring her back if I just meant it enough. Years later, I meet a girl conjured from sea salt and tonic, and the things they say about her. I heard she's a slave ship's reckoning. Said her path to America was an immortal line of outstretched black palms from the Atlantic Sea. The Lord's work when she walks. I hear an unorthodox book of memory in her laugh, taste the remnants of a spell she cast in a cauldron of black lipstick as I bestowed the biggest honor I could think of and tell her my mother would have loved you. Because my mother is. Because my mother was. She was magic. Have we reached the part where people die? I thought it was going to be funny all the way through. No. I'm going through things. So are you by default now. I'm 15 at a small circus, and my mother is trying to convince me to ride the elephant. I don't want to ride the elephant. I am now on the elephant. Correction. I am now on the elephant with a bunch of 5-year-olds. Yeah. Elephants are self-aware and able to recognize their own reflections in the mirror. I'm 21, and Mom is telling me a story about an elephant in the zoo that recognized a man that wronged him years ago. When the man gets close to the cage, the elephant grabs him and chokes him to death with just his trunk. Mom says, I wonder what the man did to piss the elephant off that much. This prompts me to speak for the elephant and say, motherfucker. I told you I wanted Jiffy peanut butter. You thought I couldn't tell that was Skippy? You thought I wouldn't remember that shit? Mom laughs till her cheeks are all waterfall. Elephants have the largest brains of all land animals. The larger the mass, the better the memory. I'm 25 when my mother says she knows how much I've always wanted a pet. So she got me one. I'm like, ah, shit, I got a puppy. She's like, ah, shit, you're gonna be disappointed. It does start with the P, though. In my room, there's a bamboo plant placed inside the back of a ceramic green elephant. The elephant is posed mid-March. It made me think of you, how you're always on the go. I named the elephant after my favorite book, Precious Little Life. I'm 26 and writing a poem about the different names given to describe a group of animals. My teammate points out that a group of elephants is called a memory. Elephants have been known to die and remain standing well after death. I'm 26 and mom is lying down in a hospital bed. Elephants will travel to where members of their herd have died and mourn their loss. I'm 26 and migrating has become second nature to me now. I just turned 27 and the loss of my mother has become the elephant in the room. Migration is still such second nature. I moved out of our apartment. I move in with a friend. I can move everything but on. Weeks later, he apologizes for his cat knocking over my bamboo plant. He glued the elephant back together, but the damage is still visible. How fitting that if you look hard enough, you can see all the cracks in my precious little life. Somebody blew their nose and it sounded like an elephant. That was funny to me. I don't know. When you were here, you'd say, I won't always be around to do this for you. When you weren't around anymore, you said, Isabel had 3 children. I'm the youngest. When I was in trouble, she'd stumble through the first 2's names before getting to mine. Kesey, Travis, Omar. Depending on how much trouble I was in, it was my job to just know who she was addressing. You know who you are. Get your ass over here. You know how you hear the ocean when you put your ear to a seashell, but you know it's not the ocean? It's just the coincidence that the calm of nothing sounds so familiar. I wish there was something of yours left that I could put my ear to and hear the familiar of your voice stumbling for my name. Do this next poem here. I got maybe 2 or 3 more poems, short, and then we'll end on something that's not short. Yeah. All right. Sorry for this. Oh, I'm not reading a poem. I'm just gonna tell Will Evans that I'm killing this shit. So I am killing this feature. I want to make sure there's no typos. This is me, motherfucker. I told you I put this shit in there somehow, Will. All right. Let's get to this. All right, I hope you guys have been enjoying yourselves so far. Yeah. I write for a site called Black Nerd Problems, so if you want to if you're at home and you want to visit that, you can do that. Or if I bored you here and you're like, oh, when the fuck is he gonna shut up? You can do that too. There's merchandise on there too. You can buy a shirt that says Black Nerd Problems, and it's okay to wear it if you're not a person of color. Just be ready to have that conversation. Everybody want to be an ally, but don't nobody want to be an ally. So let's see what side you choose. All right. We're getting back to a serious note here. All right, this is a hard one. A list of things that get said during the act of sex, but are left out of sex poems. Welcome to my feature. 1, that's my butt. Thank you. I should be here, right? 2, oh, like you don't run red lights. I'm not gonna feed you, baby birds. I'm not gonna feed you. 3, I'm not sure I'm comfortable with choking you. 4, lower, higher. There. 5, don't be trying to get some head on Friday and you still got your Tuesday drawers on. 6, wait, I gotta pee. 7, if we're in a rush, we could just do it through the zipper. 8, what's the thread count on these sheets again? 9, I dreamed you this way each night. Portrait beautiful against the bed sheets outline. I've needed to drink from your lips for so long, and right now I pray you thirsty as I am. Pray you not mirage. Pray we oasis into each other quickly. 10, that's my butt. Keep going. You guys. The heart is just a play in 2 parts. 1, I can't help but believe if the women I loved were gathered at a table, the general consensus among them would be, all right. The good thing about Omar is that he doesn't take anything seriously. The bad thing about Omar is that he doesn't take anything seriously. The sex was incredible, though. Write that down. Asterisk, right by that. 2, my love is gentrification at its best. Once it's over, I bury every recollection and familiar under high rises and parking lots till my heart doesn't recognize a neighborhood, can't afford the cost of living, and is forced out of where he grew up, all the while still complaining that he still has a right to be here, as if he gets some say in the antimatter, as if he thinks that I won't burn this bridge between us just because I'm still standing on it, all of which is to say, do you know how long it took to be okay with not being okay? Ah, give you the deep shit, motherfuckers. All right, so thank you guys for having me. We're gonna do this last poem here. Let's. I'm washed up, man. The last time I was here in St. It was like 8 years ago, man. It's during Slam, man. It was like, it was a tough Slam. It was flashbacks. All right, let's do this. What? Well, I won't do that shit. You won't? Nah, it ain't. Summer body's not there yet. Soon. The push-ups at home have been paying off. All right, so let's do this last poem. Hope you like it and shit. Then we're gonna get back to this kick-ass fucking slam that makes me glad I'm not slamming anymore because these are motherfucking killers in this motherfucker. So let's just do that. During a phone conversation over religion. Time out. Zach Morris, time out real fast. This is the same girl that dumped me, by the way. Like the other poem was a prequel to this. All right, so we're gonna. During a phone conversation over religion, I told my ex that I didn't pray. I believe in God, but it's just something that I didn't do. After this discovery, she said she didn't know if she could date me anymore. Said I wasn't devout in my faith. I said, hold on. How are you going to judge me? Saying I'm lost. Saying I'm not devout in my faith. Saying I'm not a man because I like to sleep with the sunflower nightlight on. I never said that. You told me that was a Glade plug-in. Whatever, yo. Listen. I then proceeded to inform her, school her on a small company in Vermont that produced a toaster that burns the image of Jesus Christ onto slices of bread. I don't know what the name of the company's called. So let's just call it fucking awesome, because $40 later, plus shipping and handling, guess who's got a fucking awesome toaster? That's right, me. And it doesn't stop there. This toaster knows no race, gender, or creed. It accepts all types of bread equally. I'm talking white bread, rye bread, pumpernickel, raisin bread, sourdough, I even customized it so that when the toast pops up, the toaster goes, and fucking dots fly out. All that shit. Oh, it's tied to that. Never mind. Me. I said me. I have breakfast with Jesus every day. Can I get some sour cream? Now, who said they can't believe it's not butter? What? You can't believe? Let the Breakfast Club say amen. Now pass the jam. Said I love me some Jesus. Well, my Jesus is great. My Jesus is strawberry preserves and whole wheat. My Jesus is delicious as a motherfucker with some cream cheese when I die. My will shall dictate. Come with me now. That I be buried with my Jesus Christ super toaster. I don't know what the name of it is. That's what I call it. And when I roll into heaven, this way now, on a fire-breathing yellow hippopotamus, iPod in one hand, Jesus Christ super toaster in the other hand. Jesus is going to say, oh my God, this shit is hot, son! And when he sees that first piece of toasty delicious pop up in front of him, making him think he's looking in a stained glass mirror, Jesus is going to say, you're a real motherfucker for this. And yes, I know what you're thinking. This is what Jesus sounds like in my head and on Skype. He'll be all happy saying, yo, Dad, check it out. It's me. Damn, the goatee is fucking fresh. It's me, yo. Where Lucifer at? Where's Satan at? I'm going to rub it in his face like, stings, don't it? Take that, take that. Take it. Now, mind you, she actually hung up somewhere around Jesus being delicious with cream cheese. But I kept going on anyhow. Because the way I see it, if heaven has a sense of humor, money, so in there. And if it doesn't, had a good run. And I doubt I'll need my toaster where I'm going. Thank you guys! You beautiful motherfuckers! Let's welcome your host, Neil, back to the stage! Keep that going for Omar Holmon! Oh, it's like WrestleMania, but not.